today's topic is hybrid power. This is the last unit, last subject of unit 3. Let's wait for 5 minutes to join others. Let's wait for the others. Okay, let's continue. Today we will discuss about hybrid power. So last classes we are already studied about different green energy resources, green energy sources, mainly hydrogen energy, biomethanol, and biofuel, biogas, etc. But these energy which are produced from this like hydrogen fuel cell or all things, which are not reliable actually 100% and efficient to run completely or independently from fossil power. So new concept that is called hybrid power comes to existence. So the hybrid power is nothing but the combination of both somehow percentage of the fossil fuel as well as the renewable or green energy. Non means combination of renewable and non-renewable as well as. This is called hybrid power. So clean power plant, a linear solution of green power for the carbon fuel Iceland. That means uh, this we are dependency in the carbon or fossil fuel mostly. So introducing slowly the green energy or greener fuel with along with the fossil fuel, that may be the main next solution of the next few generations. For example, so I already told 20% bioethanol is blended with the fossil fuel. That means dependency of 20% of the fossil fuel is reduced by this adding of biomethanol. So this is the hybridization takes place. We cannot run 100% with this bioethanol, or but we can blend it to the fossil fuel and some load to the fossil fuel can be reduced. So this is called the hybrid power. So hybrid power is nothing but the combination of both renewable and non-renewable energy resources, green and non-green resources. So let's see. Hybrid power is the lived case of Iceland. Blue economics. Blue economics, that means the economy which is having less footprint, carbon footprint, or less giving less pollution to environment as compared to the uh, fossil fuel or like compared to the renewable energy resources, non-renewable energy resources. So green, these are clean and lean power. The fit into Gram Uday or Bharat Uday and Anto Uday. These are the different words for hybrid power utilization and the introduction of this hybrid power to the public. The ultimate planet's good, that means for planet better meant the hybrid power is introduced into these uh, systems. So making power reach everyone and it is affordable prices, because in the name of the environment or green we cannot be afford some power which is having high cost. So this also in the view, this must be affordable. No toxic diesel exhaust means there is no uh, exhaustion or byproduct pollution takes place, that are also taking the concentration with least impact to the environment, which is also main definition of green, clean. These are the few definition for the hybrid power or green power. So this definition of this green and clean should be satisfied by this combination of this hybrid power, that is renewable as well as non-renewable. Last energy period, least smart infrastructure for its mile connectivity, mini smart grid integration. It means in existence with this our power or energy along with this introduction of this green power, these both can be uh, used for this hybrid power. So this is the very much good for the generation to having the lean on clean environment, so which can be supply our mankind and it is a better infrastructure for sustainable development also. Mini smart grid integration, that means grid means let's say electric power. So grid is the station where the power can be distributed from high voltage to low voltage or low voltage to high voltage. So during this distribution, the step of step down can be takes place, and the control system, control unit for the power distribution, that is called grid. So where we can mix the both hydropower and solar power, like that means both systems. Portable DG sets, defining linked microgrids, less manpower and deployment, and ultimately a greater system reliability. This must be there for this hybrid power. So these are properties which must be mixing power for everyone. So power need is everywhere, but in the few of this mixing of this power, we have to focus on this point also. So let's see the figure. Here, oil prices have crashed in the uncertain global economic environment. That means somehow the oil prices, the how it is oil prices is going to increase because due to the demand of these oil prices. But after some time, when we are going to introduce the oil with the non-availability and increaseness of the renewable resources of power, oil prices may be going to sudden prices down takes place, and this is the due to the hybridization of power. So technology, green technology, that is, and also energy conservation, teas to lobby it, and tidal energy. These are the different slogan and different words that can be used in the form of hybrid power, because we are not 100% reliable to the green power because due to unavailability and the mostly the cost associated with it. So the hybridization takes place, and this hybridization we are using this word green technology, energy conservation with all this energy. So this is very much natural. So wind energy, solar energy, these are the combinations with this normal conventional energy that can be called as hybrid power hybridization. So hybrid is the main hope to the new community and our society, or better sustainable society, means combination of these both. Challenges is hybrid is the communication among the various generation modes, particularly remote area where communication system is poor. This is the disadvantages. We cannot reach everywhere to give awareness what is hybrid power, how we can utilize this hybrid power. So these are mostly the few challenges which can be faced, because the remote area in the India, because India is a villages area, totally all both large number of villages are there, remote areas are there. So to reach out every remote area is very much difficult. This is one demerit. For example, another is tidal power from is example from the Gujarat, India. That is the one example. How the tidal energy also can be used to reduce the cost of dependency on the fuel or non-renewable energy sources, fossil fuels. So in Gujarat, tidal power plant also set up Atlantic Resources crops on a this is the name of the company. Plans a tidal power farm that is capacity of 50 megawatt existing to 200 megawatt tapping on tidal energy. Means first initially to build 50 megawatt, then slowly at the government of cost extend of that is 7,300 square kilometers with more than 200 megawatt power. This is the mainly in Gujarat. This is one example where tide is always, because it is a coastal area. 7,300 square kilometer of coastal area where continuously tides are opening in the coast of this Gulf to coast of the Combat Gulf of Combat. So this huge area it can be used for generation of the tidal energy. Okay, so tidal energy along with this the conventional energy, this can be with the power or hybrid core power hour. Another example is solar plant taking the azimuthal tracking. That means solar power plant also used in the different modes, different where along with this conventional energy resources. This is also an example. Solar plant in the azimuthal tracking. Let me see somewhere the solar power plants are there in high altitude, and they can in, for example, in Gujarat, mostly 12 months, mostly days are sunny days. So every house maybe utilize the individual solar unit that can be reduces the electric bill load on this, and which can also economically viable. This is an example. This is a five-star resort which completely solar powered. This is maybe in an like Hazip or in Maldives where there is no electricity is there and the complete dependence in the solar power, and the hotel is run with the fully solar power. So this is uh, green energy and also can does not produce any pollution at all. See, these are some examples in Iceland of this, some Iceland of the Andaman and Nicobar, Iceland, uh, that is in Port Blair, South Andaman. There is a existing diesel uh, generation power generation as well as the solar power with battery. All these three are mixed up there for, and this is the called this hybridization because conventional as well as both non-conventional sources are there. South Andaman also there is a solar power and both these battery operated systems are there. Havelock Iceland, other Iceland, they have also having diesel and both battery and solar power cells are installed in it. So climate of trigger, that means power for all including rural economy. So this is the mainly in India, the Andaman Nicobar, where mostly isolated islands are depend on the fully solar power, and some islands may be depend on the conventional hydropower or conventional thermal power. So both combination of thermal power as well as solar power can be a great hybridization techniques and hybridization example for the green technology, the green energy resources. Okay, this is another example. BESS has been extending footprint from the air transportation to electric vehicles and over the new power sectors. Greater energy density deployment in the large installations could be challenging for active cell dynamic balancing, hot swapping of the cell replacement, energy density stability, and system reconfigurations, etc. About 70 gigawatt and 200 gigawatt of energy storage opportunity in India by 2022. Out of the 70 gigawatt, 35 gigawatt of demand expected from newer applications like wind, solar integration, frequency regulation, peak management, and T&D referral, diesel usage, and optimization of electric vehicles. So nowadays e-vehicles are there, e-rickshaws are there, which is fully dependent on the electric battery. But some techniques are also utilized, both utilization of diesel, petrol, as well as the battery operated. That's called hybrid cars are also coming to the nowadays, and which are having greater fuel efficiency as compared to the conventional cars. And some solar powered also, hydrogen power also, bus, car, trucks are also somehow nowadays starting in the generation. And after 30 to 50 years, we are mostly gradually dependency of this conventional fossil fuel will be reduced and the dependency on the green energy and the hybrid is more increased. So this is the different examples and of the hybridization, how it can be come to existence to our society. Lack of the reliable grid power, growth in scale electric rickshaw, I already discussed, reduction of use of diesel genset, integration of solar power plant, and the grid in ground level, top roof of microgrid like boost battery efficiency storage India. In greater example is in Bododara city, whenever you may go, on the rooftop of mostly houses they are having solar power. Small solar units are set up in their rooftop to meet the demand of the our own houses electricity. So this is the example, and both they have also connection with the regular electric supply. So both, that means it is the example, good example of a hybridization, that is dependency of the conventional power is reduced by the application of some other type of non-conventional sources of energy. See, this is one example. This is green vehicles, which is mostly a hybrid vehicle. Green, clean, and lean. These are the three words. mostly used for power regulatory challenges. So that is also eco-friendly. Intent of developing an effective forecasting scheduling FANS regulations are there. Power procedures under the umbrella of forecasting and scheduling, helping in prevailing day ahead and week ahead power generation, visibility to a grid operator for managing source and reliable grid operations. This is the example how this hybridization can take place. Higher and more granular level of generation visibility to grid operator would be enabled and generators to seek firm implementation of most run status of all the wind and solar projects across India. So nowadays the government also having different subsidies and different enhancing or giving awareness regarding the utilization of solar power, and all these things are going to happen, and the people are also adopting those things. Skilling in hybrid, this is the most important thing. We are moving towards renewable to non-renewable to renewable sources like solar, wind, tidal, all these things, power. So green energy, that is very much sustainable, related to sustainable engineering or sustainable development or sustainability. Mostly the hybrid is one of the middle thing or agent between these two things. So grid capacity building, green technology, sustainable skill are mostly dependence on the hybridizations. So hybrid powers provides enormous opportunities are there because it reduces the dependency on these fossil powers, and hybrid power also having low cost, and it is also a very usefulness of it. Solar power sector in India, pseudo market, pseudo mature market, highly competitive market with less penetration. Because some people, due to lack of awareness and lack of subsidy and high cost, uh, the units of solar power is having more competitive in market. So there are high, but nowadays the government subsidy or interference of government is also most convenient to all others. So this is the main concept of hybridization take place. So let's discuss what are inside these conventional sources of energy and to non-conventional source of energy, which is mostly developed into hybrid power. So hybrid power starts from this thing, which is mostly world current relies heavily on fossil fuel, that is coal, oil, and natural gases. But nowadays we are moving to for hybridizations, and these things can be dependency is reduced. Fossil fuel is non-renewable. Okay, let's share my window. Fossil fuel is non-renewable energy resources, that is called finite resources, becoming too expensive, have a high impact on the environment. So these fossil fuel are also limited. Then renewable energy resources are clean, non-depleted, and small impact of the environment. But is hybrid, that is mixing of both fossil and renewable, because 100% dependency is not yet possible. Characteristics of the renewable energy resources, these are the characteristics. Renewable energy resources are sustainable energy. Renewable technologies are designed to run virtually inexhaustible and replenish uh, supply of natural fuel. So this is constructed and fully operated become the permanent and low impact on the natural energy systems. Second point is the renewable energy resources promotes energy diversifications. Variety of energy are there. Development of diverse portfolio and generation across reduces the community dependency and particular form of technology of the fuel takes place. The energy, renewable energy resources have a lowest environmental impact, that is also right. Energy, renewable energy technologies have a very small impact on environment compared to the fossil fuel. The discharge of the unwanted and healthy a substance in air, ground and water commonly associated with the other from the energy, which can be reduced significantly by using renewable energy. And next point is renewable energy resources have values beyond their generation, because these renewable energy systems are modular, flexible, and can be installed anywhere in any size. Investment on locality availability renewable energy generates more jobs, greater earning, and greater output. So the renewable energy industry provides a wide range of employment opportunity, from the high technology manufacturing, the PV components to maintenance jobs, solar, thermal, or wind system. So these are the different characteristics of renewable energy sources which can be implemented along with this non-renewable coal hybrid situation. The types of renewable energy resources are solar energy, wind energy, biomass energy, hydrogen energy, fuel cell, hydro power energy. We already discussed some of these things. Ocean energy, geothermal energy. So let's discuss some points on each system. The solar energy has intensity of the solar radiation along with the orbit of 1.386 kilowatts per meter square. The average Earth radius is 6,360 kilometers. So therefore, amount of the isolation inserted by the Earth is this much. That is near to 17,000 times of the world installed power generation capacity. So the solar energy or the solar radiation is free energy which can be mostly fallen to the earth, and huge amount of energy can be collected through the solar system. The sun heat and the light provide the evident energy resources that can be harnessed in many ways. So there are variety of technology that have been developed to take advantages of solar energy. These include solar hot watering systems, heating systems, solar processes, heat, space heating, cooling, photovoltaic systems, solar power generations, etc. Solar heating system, that is a very cost effective way to produce hot water in any climate, and the fuel they use is free. No energy is needed to keep the water hot. Solar water heating system includes solar collector, solar tanks, and there are two types: active system and passive system. Active systems have a percolating pump and control, but passive system does not having any mechanisms, only works through natural convection. Solar active heating systems having also two types. Pump circulates household water through the collectors and the pumps, and the pump also circulates the heat transfer fluid through the collectors and the heat exchanger. This heats the water that flows to the home. Thermosiphon systems. This is also uh, work in the solar system. Water flow the system when warm water rises and cooler water sinks, and the collector must be installed below the storage tank so that warm water will rise into the tank. Next is, see, this is solar water heater, how it is thermosiphon system can be look like. Solar space heating system. This is two basic types of active solar and heating system are takes place, and the type of the fluid that heated the solar energy collector, and liquid based system which heat the water in the liquid collector, and air based system which heat air in the air collector. So air or liquid then depend on the types. Solar space cooling is the solar thermal cooling system consisting of these points. What are these? Solar collectors, storage tank, control unit, pipes, pumps, thermally driven chiller. So these are the different components of this solar space cooling. Solar power production. This is the mostly applicable nowadays, every house, everywhere, because electric power directly can be get by this solar energy with photovoltaic cell. So photovoltaic system, that is called photovoltaic PV, or photo means light, voltaic means electricity. So the light can be or electricity can be generated by this solar light. This is a type of semiconductor based technology which converts its energy directly into electric current that can be either be used immediately or stored in a battery for the use of the latter use. Solar cell. Solar cell are the photovoltaic cell consisting of two or more thin layer of semiconducting material, mostly commonly silicon, silicon cell, water, wafer and p-type silicon dot with the small amount of impurities, that is the boron, and a thin layer of non-n-type silicon dopes with small amount of impurities, phosphorus. These are the consisting of the solar cell. When the cell exposed to the light, electric charges are generated and can be flow into the current and the store in the battery. Solar, these are the different modules of the solar systems. For example, solar panels module which consists of solar cell connected to different series or size, either series in or parallel. Solar array, that is consisting of different solar panels connected to series and parallel. Then types of solar cells. This performance of the solar or photovoltaic cell is measured in terms of the efficiency, converting sunlight into electricity, or variety of solar in materials available, which conversion efficiency takes place. Monocrystalline silicon manufactured by so caught into from the single cylindrical crystal of silicon, which is efficient around 15% the most expensive. Polycrystalline silicon manufactured by the cut of the ignite metal and recrystallized silicon, less efficient and cheaper than monocrystalline. Then amorphous silicon, it is manufactured as a thin film of deposit silicon and substrate and less efficient than crystalline silicon. It is also cheaper. Other thin films, they have higher efficiency than amorphous silicon and can be produced as cheaper. Then calcium telluride, copper iodine gallium arsenide, these are different chemicals or semiconductors materials. So these are the different cell look like. Cell is one cell, module means combination of cell, array means combination of this module. So this is the how it can be generate electricity. So complete battery backup system configuration takes place. Solar energy converter fall into the solar cells, photovoltaic cell. Second is called fuse array combination or ground fault protection takes place. Third is the solar regulator. Fourth is the system storage battery. Fifth is the DC load equipment. Sixth is the DC AC inverter. Seven is the load equipment and load panel. Eight is the AC load equipment operating system. AC load equipment operating utilities. Then AC utility panel. 11 is utility meter. Then utility power. Then backup generator. So these are the different complete solar battery complete system configuration. See, this is the residential grid connected to photovoltaic cell. That means it both having conventional energy or normal and electric energy as well as solar energy, and both are connected with the grid, and the energy transfer can be takes place. Then come to solar thermal power. Solar thermal power, that works, the technology works by converting the sun energy into heat, which is directly utilized by the heat energy. So which is produce steam for driving the turbine of a generator. So this technology is more efficient 15% than photovoltaic cell, around 10%, and less expensive when the system is very low megawatt. Three types of systems are there. Parabolic through the system works by connecting the sun rays through long rectangular curved U-shaped mirrors, which are sunlight on a pipe that runs the slowed out. Temperature of fluid inside the pipe, usually oil, will be reached 400 degrees centigrade. Then next is central receiver system are there. It uses large number of mirrors and heliostat and track the sun and reflected sunlight to the top of the tower where the receiver sits, and the system operates at temperature between 500 to parabolic disc system. See, this is the parabolic disc system where mirror discs that reflect the concentrated sunlight. Okay. Yes. Then energy engines types are Rankine engines, Brigstone engines, and Stirling engines are there. Stirling engine is the most efficient one. So this is the parabolic disc system. Next is comparison between different production technology. See, technology that are photovoltaic system, solar thermal system, and gas turbine cycle, where power generated are this much 0.12, 0.8, 0.4, efficiency are 10% to 50% to 38%. Installation cost are it also depends from low to high. Electricity cost per kilowatt hour is also depends pretty high. high. So solar power, the normally electricity cost is high as compared to other systems, photovoltaic system, the power cost is high. Then come to next energy, that is called wind energy. Wind turbines, see in the picture, the turbine will capture the kinetic energy into the wind energy and propeller like blades mounted on the shaft. Then the wind makes the blades turn and the shaft opinions and blades turn and shaft spin generator to produce electricity. Small wind turbines can be used to pump water to provide power to home, and large turbine can be used to power the entire community to produce power to electricity grid. Wind generated electricity is the least expensive from the renewable power and is becoming one of the cheapest form of electricity from the any sources. So in some locations, the cost of electricity of wind is comparable to that of conventional fossil fuel power plants. Because whenever there is a wind, in the places the windmills are operated, where the wind is continuously blown and nothing is there, only generator can go in and it will be rotated to the generator and the cost of production of electricity is very much cheap as compared to the solar or other systems. Yes, this is the how arrays of the different windmills are there which can generate electricity. Then come to biomass energy. We already discussed what is biomass and how biomass energy is extracted. That is, biomass can be converted to biogas, biofuel, biodiesel, anything. And this biomass is the organic material derived from the plants and animals. Essentially, all energy originally captured by photosynthesis. And this is nothing but the indirect energy which is received from the solar cell, solar or sunlight. Domestic biomass produce reduces the resources includes agricultural and forestry residues, municipal solid waste, industrial waste, terrestrial and aquatic energy crops grown society for energy purposes. So they come these are the mainly waste to energy form. So any other waste which may be either agricultural, municipal or anything, solid waste, industrial waste that are waste for some particular processes can be used for the energy extraction or energy generation. So this is called waste to energy. Biomass power, the biomass also used for the power generation or electricity generation. So biomass power is electrically produced from the plant material and animal products, mostly biomass power. Technology converts renewable biomass fuel into electricity and heat. And the modern boilers, gasifiers, turbine generators, and fuel cells. These are the different types of the biomass power generation equipment. Biomass fuel also includes residue from the wood, paper products, industries, residues from the food production processing, trees, grasses, and grown significantly energy crops and gaseous fuels produced from the solid biomass, animal wastes, and landfill. Everywhere you have to see the wastes. We can produce different waste material, and that waste can be utilized for generation of this biomass power. Food cheese made from the energy crops such as hybrid pillow copper provides raw material for the gasifier and this gasifier can be utilized to produce electricity from the biomass. Gasifier is nothing but the instrument which can convert biomass into gas in different energy gases that you call gases, that is mostly combination of the carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen and other harmful gases. So the city gases is again utilized to produce electricity. Direct combustion and co-firing. So how these gasifiers and the biomass can be conversion takes place. So see in this figure, one system is called direct combustion and co-firing. That means a direct combustion system, biomass is directly put into the fire and it can be uh, generated heat, and this heat can be used to generate electricity. Second process is called gasification. Solid biomass can be converted into fuel, gases and gasifier. It's called gasifier. So this is the example, typical gasifier example. In this method, sand is about 1500 Fahrenheit surrounding the biomass and create a hot pot. And this oxygen strikes the environment, and these conditions breaks apart from this biomass rich as energy and flammable gases. And the biogas can be co-fired with the wood, and the steam boiler can be used to generate the gas turbine. Next process is anaerobic digestion. So by this processes, the biogases can be formed or biofuel. Biogas can be also produced by the digesting the food material or animals to it in the absence of oxygen, which is called anaerobic digestion. That is most important example is the gobar gas plants. Anaerobic digestion, which can take place in three stages inside the airtight container, because it does not require oxygen. In absence of oxygen, the carbon materials or this waste material they can be breakdown takes place with the help of bacteria, anaerobic bacteria. Landfill also produce methane rich biogas from the decay of waste containing biomass. So however, landfill gas must be cleaned to remove harmful corrosive chemicals before can be used, because the waste landfill having high reduced number of toxic gases are also included. So before going for energy production, the gas must be cleaned. Using biomass fuel gases, the fuel gases made up of biomass can be produced and generate electricity in a gas turbine as shown here. Simple cycle gas turbine, simple biogas can be converted passed to the turbine chamber and those can be produced electricity. Then bioenergy, biofuel, let's talk into this. Biofuel is a fuel which is ethanol or biodiesel that can be also formed from this biogas and this biofuel. So bioethanol, biodiesel, or this is called biofuel. Unlike gasoline and diesel, biofuel contain oxygen. Adding biofuel to petroleum so the combustion completely reducing air pollution. The 20% ethanol blending of takes place in nowadays in India. This is one example of this biofuel for hybridization. The market of biofuel is growing. Existing production method typically uses relatively higher price common crops, oil-rich seeds such as soybean, red sugar cane crops, etc., and feedstock. And these crops have other uses dividing to their cost, because the oils are produced from certain crops, but the oil is not used to generate any electricity, but the oil can be used for different edible purposes or different purposes. So, another thing is the production of ethanol or the residue that is already leftover residue from which the ethanol can be produced. So, the ethanol is most widely used in the biofuel nowadays, because government has ruled 20% blending of ethanol, and with gasoline is added in the United States to improve vehicle performance and the reduce the air pollution. This is the main way we are going to hybridization. Starch crops are also converted into sugars, and the sugar fermented of ethanol, and then ethanol is distilled into final form and remove the emissions quality of the gasoline. So addition of this ethanol, bioethanol that is called, which also improves the quality of the gasoline, and that can be also reduce the air pollution. Then renewable diesel fuel, there is a variety of fuel that can be used to diesel engines and made from the renewable resources such as vegetable oils, minerals, fat, or other types of biomass such as grasses and trees. So these renewable diesel fuels can be used in place of blended with the petroleum diesel, not only single uses but also blending of can be take place. Soybean power bus is an example. This bus can be run with the soybean power refined oil which can be used to eat. Then hydrogen energy and fuel cells. We already discussed these things. Hydrogen energy. What is hydrogen energy? Hydrogen can be found in many organic compounds as well as water. So in the most abundant elements of the earth, but it does not contain in free form. It is in form always found in the mixing form. So it does not occur naturally as a gas, always combined with the other elements such as oxygen to make water. Once separated from the elements, hydrogen can be born as a fuel, converted electricity. This is the main disadvantage. It does not form hydrogen does not occur naturally, but it is found evidently in the mixed form, like in water. Hydrogen can be produced from different systems. Solar thermal water splitting, this is one example. Second is the renewable electrolysis. Let's see what is solar power thermal splitting. Concentrated solar energy can be used to generate temperatures to several hundreds over 2000 degrees at which thermochemical reactions takes place and hydrogen can be split from the water and hydrogen is produced. Such high temperature and high flux solar driven thermochemical process over a novel approaches environment by beginning production of hydrogen. See, this is the solar energy can be used to production of this hydrogen, and this hydrogen again is as a fuel or power generation. Then renewable hydroelectricity is the second processes where and renewable energy resources such as photovoltaic, wind, biomass, and hydro geothermal can provide the sustainable electricity to produce hydrogen through the electrolysis, splitting of the electric current of water that must be hydrogen into cell. So this does not mean you are using thermal electric power plant power to split the hydrogen. So splitting of the hydrogen, the current which is given to the water that can be generated from this renewable energy sources like solar, hydro, solar, biomass, hydro, all these things. So these also utilized for the transportation purposes. Fuel cell, what is fuel cell? It is an electrochemical energy conversion device directly converted the fuel directly produce the hydrogen and this hydrogen can be utilized to generate power. This is called fuel cell. It produces electricity from the extended power supply of fuel and oxidant and the other sides. The presence of the electrolyte generally the reactant flow and reaction production the flows while electrode remains the cell. Fuel cell cathode in operation of virtually continuously is wrong necessary flow of contaminated. That means directly electric current can be generated from this fuel cell. Fuel cell differ from battery and they are consumes reactants. So must be replaced which battery store electrical energy. This is the difference. Fuel cell produce electricity but battery store electricity. Battery cannot produce electricity. So the electrical energy is chemically produced in a closed system. Additionally, while the electrodes within a battery react and change the battery and charge and discharge of fuel cell are continuously catalytic and relatively stable. It always charge the battery also. So some phenomena which is produce electricity current directly that are called fuel cell. Then hydropower energy. Hydropower energy nothing but the energy derived from the water present in our earth. Water constantly moves through a vertical global cycle, an evaporating system from lakes and oceans. forming clouds, precipitates of rain, snow, and forming back to the ocean. So energy of this water cycle can be used to driven the sun energy and produce electricity. We already know what is hydroelectricity. So there are different types of hydropower facilities are there. Let's discuss one by one. Imprudent, usually large space. Diversion, usually small scale. And form storage, that is very small. Power, some hydropower plants using dams and some do not. Hydropower plants range from size and small size, different things, villages to large area. Improvement with the large power plant, typically large hydropower system uses dam, store river water and reservoir and releases the river water through its turbine passing through and spinning it, and which is the turn available generator to produce electricity. So water may be released either to meet the changing electricity needs or maintain constant reservoir level. See these big dams are constructed and the water is passed through the channel to move the turbine continuously and energy can be generated. So these are some dams constructed and the water electricity can be generated. Small power plants, a division of small, sometimes called as run-of rivers. A facility channels portion of river through canal feedstock or pen stocks and it may be required to use up a dam. Small power plants are there. Micro hydropower. A micro hydropower plant has a capacity of 100 kilowatts. A small micro electricity power system can produce enough electricity for a home, village, or a range of villages. Small power plants are there. Last in renewable energy city is called geothermal energy. Geothermal energy, nothing but the energy or heat of the earth, that is called heat earth system energy, which comes from the residual heat, leftover heat from the residual of earth surfaces or earth mantle core, and the formation of this reductive decay or atom inside the earth, that also one sources. Heat is brought up to the earth crust by molten rock, that is magma, and by the conduction of the solid rocks, and that is raise in temperature of the earth surfaces and groundwater tapped in the fissures and pores. Underground rocks forming zone called hydrothermal or hot water reservoirs. So this is the hydro energy city. In energy, uh, electric power generated from the hydrothermal power. Sorry, geothermal is called geothermal electricity. See how this geothermal water or hot spring of water can be produced from a particular area. Electricity production, geothermal electricity production. Geothermal power can be generated by modular units ranging in size from a few hundred kilowatts to more than 100 kilowatts of size. A cost of the producing geothermal electricity ranges from 5 cents to 8 cents. It is very cheap because the most restriction is not everywhere the geothermal energy can be found. So it is the area specific where geothermal energy can be easily available. These technologies can be used to convert hydrothermal fluids to electricity, and the type of conversion depends on the state of the fluid residue, whether it is a stream of water or then obviously hot water or steam, and it's what is the temperature also. These also depends on steam power plant and high water temperature power plant. There are different forms are there. Moderate water temperature power plant, depending upon the temperature and the steam. Steam power plant. See, steam power plant is direct steam is available from the geothermal and directly move the turbine with the steam. That's the steam power plant. Electricity can be produced with a 750 megawatt of output. The East Rays of the California is the largest producer of the geothermal energy in the world. This is the example. High temperature power plants. These are high temperature power plants. As moderate temperature power plants are also there. Some mechanism is different. The common geothermal power plants is the figure where the located in eastern area of the mountain range of California and the environmentally friendly nature and geothermal power. So three air cooled binary units are there which is no emission, completely zero emission type gas. Purely green and clean and lean energy. Direct usage of the hydrothermal resources. Hot water from geothermal resources can be used directly to provide water in places of heating. Direct user applications includes crop drying, industrial processes, research and spas for heating buildings, greenhouses, and the fish farms use directly the heat from the geothermal power. Renewable energy from world markets. Let's see. In the market, what are the things are available nowadays? According to Reuters articles, the world solar market is jumped to 70% in 2004. Now it is 2024, 10 years later. The we are more adopting the solar power plant and solar power, mostly photovoltaic cell, small unit. Two big rivers drivers in this growth of Japan and Germany. All countries are moving to the renewable energy resources because all we know non-renewable fossil fuels are bound to end one day. Renewable energy creates 200,000 jobs in Europe. Solar electricity generation production growth jumped from 67% last year. So this is the old data, but nowadays it is already high. Grid connected solar power to photovoltaic cell is 40%. And solar cell production reached 1256 megawatts. Of grid power grew by 10%. Wind power is today is the fastest growing electricity generation system technology. Impressive wind annual growth rate is more than 35% between 1996 and 2001. That is having significant in Europe also, and the fortuner of the wild wind energy technology. At the end of 2003, the installed capacity of wind power system is somehow 30,000 megawatt, and EU15 and the most 39,000 megawatt worldwide. So this industry is capable of continuing high growth rates, and other countries follow the success stories of Germany. So Germany, Spain, Denmark, these are the mostly utilize these renewable energy resources and accounted for more than 80% in the market. So these are mostly non-dependency uh, of these possible due to the adoption of this solar, wind, and other power. Since 2000, the market has clearly passed the mark of 1 million, 2 million newly installed solar year each year. After a significant concentration, mainly generated Germany, New York peak is takes place and surface orientation takes place. In European Union, already close to reaching the target of 100 million. The percentage biomass contribution of total energy demand approaches to 10 to 15%, with the much higher contribution developing countries. Annual biofuel production of ethanol and biodiesels increased by 14%, and small hydropower, that is 10 to 15% increase in China. The present state of market processes strong political support, and currently expansion of the overall contribution in energy takes place by 20%. Renewable energy fencing opportunities in the world. 28 billion invested in new renewable energy. So companies are going to be invested in the renewable energy sources. World Bank is also United Nations also giving 500 millions. They also funding towards the renewable energy resources. European Investment Bank also funding 7 to 700 600 700 million. So huge amount of funding also available for this growth in renewable energy resources. Then additional 4 to 5 billion in new plant equipment purchasing. Several millions dollars was invested to ethanol industry to produce bioethanol. In India also, Modi government has also facilitated industry and forming starting of a few new industry of ethanol producing industry, biomass to ethanol, conversion of biomass to ethanol. This investment compared to different billions of in annually. So gradually the increasing of the investment also increasing and also share also increasing for the renewable energy. So this is all overview. Japan energy, Germany, Italy. So there is no where in India since 2004. Nowadays India is also emerging in the field of the renewable energy enhancement. So world photovoltaic segment is also increasing. See how the solar energy is low. People are adopting. So this is megawatt or installed capacity from the 1990 to 2000 gradually increasing. India also in the market for the renewable energy installation. Top 10 European manufacturers. So many people are also manufacture different uh, renewable energy resources. Install wind power capacity. So mostly European country, American country are using this wind power generation. This is renewable energy resources, which bioenergy and other comparison to other energy. So bioenergy utilization is increasing and the other energy that is going to be decreasing. So this is all about your hybrid power systems. So let's stop here and unit 3 is complete now. From the next classes we are going to move to algal bioenergy, algal biofuel production. So thank you very much for attending the classes.